How's it going, everyone? These are 8 waterfalls you can check out while you're visiting Anchorage, Alaska. These waterfalls I have personally visited myself. I've explored them myself. So from my own personal experience, I think these 8 waterfalls, you'll find them very enjoyable. I'm going to list them in no particular ways. I'm just going to list them by the way they're located from north of Anchorage to south of Anchorage, and etc, etc. The first one we're going to start off with is number 8, which is located in Eagle River. It's also it's known as Barbra Falls, but also if you search it up as South Fork Falls, you'll find it pop up on Google Maps. It is somewhat kind of hard to find because you're kind of driving through the neighborhoods of Eagle River of Highland Road to get to it. But if you look up Barbra Falls and you search up Ken Logan Circle, it's at the end of Ken Logan Circle. One thing about this waterfall is that the parking spot is very, very limited because you're basically parking at the dead end of a road, which is also the driveway of lots of the properties around it. So be careful. There are lots of signs that says where you can park and don't park. So if you're going with a bunch of friends, make sure you guys carpool, or don't go in a lot of cars, or try to go on a day where it's not as busy as you think it might be. Once you park your vehicle, the hike is very easy. It's no more than 10 to 15 minutes to get to the waterfall. There's a nice viewing platform and you can get right down to the actual waterfall if you want to get a little bit dirty. So I highly recommend it. It is nice for the kids and families and friends, and dog friendly. Number 7 on our list is called Thunderbird Falls, located roughly about 40 miles north of Anchorage on the Glen Highway, and you want to take the Acluna exit, or there's actually an exit called the Thunderbird Falls exit. So it's really hard to eat. It's very easy to find, but once you get to that exit, the hike last time I did it was during the winter time, and I was carrying my big drone case, so it took me a while. But I think if you were to go during the summertime, the hike should be no more than 15-20 minutes. It's very nice, easy trail to get to, dog friendly, family friendly, kid friendly, and then you get to this nice platform to view the waterfall as well. I haven't gone down to the actual waterfall because it was during this winter time where it was still kind of frosty and dangerous to walk down to the actual waterfall. So I think if you were to try it in the summertime, you can definitely view the waterfall, the 200 feet waterfall, from the viewing platform, and also I'm pretty sure you can get right down to it if you wanted to. But definitely check out Thunderbird Falls, located about 40 minutes north of Anchorage, Alaska. Number 6 on the list here is Eska Falls, which is located in Sutton, Alaska. It is a more trickier falls to get to because we've done Eska Falls, but we've done it on our off-road vehicles, and also it's also easy to access on ATVs and side-by-sides. But a lot of people have done the actual hike to Eska Falls, and it is possible. But the hike, if you were to hike it, I think an average hike can take about anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour, depending on how good of a hiker you are, and if you're used to hiking long distance. If you're going on a nice summer day where it's been really rainy and muddy, you might have to go through some mud hole, or just kind of crawl yourself through some mud hole. There are some mountains that you will be climbing across, but nothing too crazy for you. Easy trails, but most likely it's easier to be done if you're on ATVs or off-road vehicles. Another thing you can try to do is you can just go to Eska Falls, and if you go to the Slipper Lake area and find somebody with ATVs or side-by-side and they have an empty passenger seat, you can just ask them if they're going to Eska Falls, and maybe you can just hitch a ride with them and just check it out. It's a very nice place. It's a very nice fall, and you can get right next to it, so it's very, very nice and beautiful scenery. Once you get to it, it's all nice in tundra land around it. Number 5 on the list here is we're gonna go south of Anchorage, Alaska, and we're gonna be heading to the town of Gerwood, Alaska. You guys know Gerwood's a beautiful town. It's more of a hippie town, if you guys know what it is. It's also known for its popular hotel and winter ski resort, the Alyeska Hotel, and also the Alyeska Resort. As you're headed into Gerwood, Alaska, you can check out the first waterfall, which is called the Virgin Creek Waterfall. Virgin Creek Falls. It's located at the end of Timberline Road. So same thing like the first waterfall that I mentioned. It ends up at the end of a dead road, so it has neighbors. It's basically the driveway of neighbors, so there are people living around it. So the parking lot is very limited because you're parking on the street side. But the hike is very easy. As soon as you enter the trail, it's less than 5 minutes really, and you get right to the waterfall. It's very, very beautiful, dog friendly, kids friendly. There are some steep areas, so you definitely want to watch your kids because they could fall down if you were in And if you're trying to get down to the actual waterfall, there are some steep area and slippery area, so just be cautious of your surroundings. But it is a beautiful waterfalls, and there are trails along this area. Number 4 on our list here is called Winter Creek, and this is also located on the Winter Creek Trail. Winter Creek Trail is also known just to be a trail because it's a nice hiking trail, and the Winter Creek Falls is actually just along that trail, so you'll see it, but it's very small. And last time I saw it, it didn't even blow up my mind that, oh, it's a waterfall, but it is a nice waterfall. It's located on the Winter Creek Trail. The trailhead, there are 2 axes to the trailhead. The upper trailhead, which is right behind the Eska Hotel, as far as what I recall when we first did it, and then there's also the lower trailhead, which I have not taken yet, and that's located on Crow Creek Mine. So just do a little bit of research of the area and you can check it out. The trail is really nice. The actual full trail is really nice. You can take about an hour or 2 hours just through the trail. And also there's the Winter Creek Trail tram, which is a pretty nice tram that gets you from one spot to the next spot crossing this river. Lots of videos of that, and you can check that out. Number 3 on our list here is called Chutes and Ladders. You won't find this anywhere on Google Maps. You won't find this on any trail book, how to do this, anything like that. Chutes and Ladders, I made a few videos about this area. It's a very local and secret hidden gem trail that's hard to find. And even if I explain it, you might not even find it. But Chutes and Ladders is located in Girdwood, Alaska as well, on the Crow Creek Mine. There's really no trailhead to start the trail, but it's a very beautiful hike, less than 15 minutes, and you get to this beautiful waterfall. I don't even know what the actual name is, but we just call it the Chutes and Ladders because that's the trail that we call it. But the Chutes and Ladders waterfall, check it out, guys. Check out my other videos. I did make a few other videos showcasing this trail and this waterfall, and also another video on how to get to it if you guys are interested. This trail is definitely not kid friendly. Number 2 on our list here is a bonus because there are 2 waterfalls into one. They're located in Valdez, Alaska, and once you're driving to Valdez, Alaska, you cannot miss these 2 waterfalls. They are the Bridal Veils waterfall and the Horsetail waterfall. They're located within each other, but they're on the opposite side of each of the highway, and you cannot miss this because they are literally right there on the highway. Nice thing about this is that there are a big opening pull out for your vehicles, RV, so you can definitely pull over, take all the photos you want. You don't even have to hike, you just have to get off to pull off to the highway and you can check out these 2 waterfalls. They are super amazing. I've seen them both, and there are some local trails right around the area if you want to explore that area. And also driving through Keystone Canyon is a plus by itself because you're also driving through Thompson Pass. The 2 waterfall is roughly about 18 miles until you get to the city of Valdez, or roughly about 20 or 30 minutes till you get to the city of Valdez. So it's definitely a nice scenery to stop before you get into the town of Valdez. And the last one on our list here is located up in Chitina, Alaska. It is quite a way up from Anchorage, Alaska. It's roughly about 5 to 6 hour drive north of Anchorage, Alaska. If you're heading to Chitina, Alaska, you're most likely going there in the summertime to go do some salmon fishing, salmon dip netting. But as you're headed there, there's a beautiful waterfall called Liberty Falls Waterfall. It's roughly about 10 miles or about 15-20 minutes before you hit the town of Chitina, Alaska. So you can definitely check it out. It's a really nice place because you can just pull into the little park area. There's a place where you can actually day park, and you can also camp overnight. So it is a fee area, but if you're just stopping by to check it out real quick, take some photos and then head on out, you should be fine. It's really nice and beautiful. I've only checked out the waterfall from the bridge, and I haven't got up to the actual waterfall, but it does look like it's pretty powerful and a pretty dangerous waterfall. So don't get too close unless you know what you're doing, guys. So that's 8 of the waterfalls that I recommend you guys visit while you guys are visiting Anchorage, Alaska, or Alaska in general. Hope you guys enjoy. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment section down below. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.